Guys, so I am back today and I wanted to do a video because I went to Sephora and I picked up something that I've been wanting. It's the Natasha Denona Mini Nude Palette. And I have no makeup on right now, so what we're going to do today is a kind of a get ready with me using this palette. And it's like really mini, and it was only $25, which I thought was a really good price. And these are the colors. It's really pretty. It's neutral. This one looks in person, it looked a little more orangey than I would have liked, but I still think it's a good neutral palette to have. And I didn't get the camel palette just because I don't know, I didn't feel like I would wear those colors a lot. So, or I feel like I had a lot of those eyeshadows already in my collection, but this was kind of different, and I think it's a really good travel palette, which is why I wanted it. And then I also picked up a sample of the Fenty foundation in 235, so I will try this today with, I got the concealer, because everybody's been like raving about this concealer, and I got the color 210. So I'm in my room today, my bedroom, because I think the lighting is, well, the sun just went. The sun's going to be in and out. My window's over there. So this is with the sun in, and hopefully it'll come out again because I think that's the best lighting. It just snowed yesterday, so it's really bright out. So anyways, this is the concealer. I love the packaging. I love all of her packaging. It's like a frosted glass, and it's like white, and then her brushes are like baby pink. So it's really pretty. I like the applicator too. So I tried this on in store just for the color testing, and I really thought it was a good color. 200 is another color I was between. So the 200 is more pinky, and then the 210 is more like yellowy. Not yellowy, but like more my skin tone. So I might go back if I really like this for the 200 and like mix them. So let's just get right into it. I have no makeup on. I just washed my face, which is why it's a little red, and I moisturized. And so first, let's start off with the eyes. And I have a mirror over here, like a little mirror, this, that I'm going to be using so that I'm not looking in the viewfinder. Because last time I did that and the video really didn't come out that good. So hopefully you guys can see. I'm just going to brush my brows up like I always do. I'm actually going to put my hair in this like little clip for the video, even though that looks silly. It's just so much easier for me because my hair gets in the way. So, and the sun came out again. So yeah, that's going to be all video because once again, I don't have good lighting. I don't have like a ring light or anything. So I'm just going to have to work with this. Okay. So let's do the eyes first. So this is the palette, like I said. I don't know. I think I'm going to do a very neutral and light day look. So I'm going to be using this one here and this one is called Lumino and Sienna. So this is the shimmer and matte. And I like to use my fingertips for shimmer colors, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going into this shimmery shade. Wow, look at that. Really, really pretty. I'm also, I need a primer. So all this is basically in preparation for my wedding because I'm really trying to look at that pigmentation. And it's even more shimmery in person than it's showing up on my laptop. That is so pretty. Wow. I'm just like patting it too. And wow. So yeah, I'm trying to find like stuff that I want to use at my wedding because I'm gonna do my own wedding makeup. My brushes are kind of dirty, so bear with me. But this is a 224 SE by MAC, and it's like a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go into that sienna color, tap it off. I'm just gonna start placing that in my crease. So sorry about the lighting. I try to use the natural sun because and I try to film when it's daytime because I did that Tom Ford lipstick video when it was nighttime, and I don't think that was the best quality, honestly. So maybe we'll do this and keep it like at a day look, and then I'll show you maybe we'll use one of these like gold shimmery shades and turn it into kind of like a little bit more. So I'm just blending that matte sienna color, and actually on the eyes it doesn't look as orange as I thought it would. It actually looks really pretty. Also loved how they have this dark like brownish color, because I will use that today for my eyeliner, which will be, I think will be nice looking. So yeah, I just blend and blend and blend. I'll stop now because I don't want to take forever with this video, but I think that looks really pretty, really nice for a day look. So let's just keep going with this look, and then we could always in the end add one of those like glitters to the look. So I just have a paper towel. I'm just gonna wipe my fingers because I use my fingers a lot with makeup. Okay, let's start now with concealer. This is the Fenty. Now I'm just gonna, this is like very full coverage. And the reason I start with concealer first before foundation, just for my personal preference, and I'm gonna use an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. This is my favorite concealer brush, and it's so affordable. It just like buffs it out. It's like very fluffy, and you can see it's just like buffing it out so nicely. So I like to focus my concealer like in my inner, because I get really dark here and like right here. I don't really like to bring it out so much anymore. I will do a little bit like here where it like kind of sinks in right there. But yeah, okay. So wow, this is really good coverage. I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but that completely just took away any darkness I had. And it really helped that big, I have like I'm sure a lot of people have it, it just sinks in right here. And that really helped to bring that forward, I feel. So that looks really nice. And oh, sorry, I was explaining. So why I do my concealer first, I'm just gonna fix that really quick, is because I don't like a lot of layers. So if I did my foundation and I put it here, then I did my concealer on top, like now I know exactly where I need the most foundation, and I could almost skip like right here because I already have my concealer on. So that's why I do that, because I find like I have larger pores here, and if I cake on the product, like if I put foundation and then concealer on top, like, you know, some girls do the foundation and then they'll do a huge triangle down here. That does not look good on me for some reason. It's probably because of my pores. So now I'm going to be using the Fenty sample. Whoop. And this is shade 235. And I think, looks like this. Hopefully this is my right shade. It might be, no, looks good. I heard this oxidizes though, so. And you can see I don't have a lot to cover up necessarily. It's more just redness and like discoloration, so. But I did hear this is very good coverage. So I'm going to be using my Sephora 202 brush, and it's a good dupe for the It Cosmetics dual-ended, I think. Wow, this is beautiful. I could already tell. Oh, and I have like combo to oily skin, but it's winter here in New York right now, so my skin is pretty much more on the combo dry side right now, which I did read some reviews saying that this foundation can be drying, which is why I used a really good moisturizer before. I think this color is perfect, actually. Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. You could see it's really, I think they say that it's matte, but it's really not. It's more of like a satin matte. And if you have drier skin like I do right now, I'm not going to powder. So that is the foundation. I think this shade is really, really nice on me. That's the 235 shade. All right, let's do, so this is a trick that I recently started doing. Where is my palette? And I love it, and I'm going to show you guys. And I think, I forget what video, whoops. Forget what video, whose video I was watching, where she did this. Sorry, I just have to get this out of my drawer over here. And it looked amazing. And I think, don't quote me, but I think it was from somebody's video from Ariel's masterclass with like his Kylie Jenner look. Anyways, I'm going to be using the Becca Chrissy Teigan palette. I love this palette so much. It's so beautiful. I'm sure you guys have seen this, but the reason I use this so much is because this bronzer, I love this bronzer for everything. Like, you can even put it in your crease, which actually I might do. But I hate when you finish your foundation and your lips look so dry and like foundation-y. So I will go in with lip liner. But what I want to do first is a little trick. So I take, this is like a random brush I got from my aunt who's a makeup artist. It's the Chisel Deluxe Fluff USA. It doesn't even have a name on it. Any little brush like this, like, will do. So you tap into the bronzer that I just showed you. Oh, sun. And you contour your lips. And literally, it looks so good. It doesn't look overdrawn because it really creates a realistic looking shadow. Look at that. You see my bottom lip now? And I'm telling you this, if you have this palette at home, this bronzer shade is perfect for this. So actually, I also, sorry, it's hard to talk and do that. But you could see it's just creating a real shadow. It doesn't look like I put lip liner on. And the thing is, I forgot my lip liner when we went on vacation recently to Charleston, and I did this technique the whole time, and I fell in love with it. So it's really good. I don't know if you can tell. You could also like fake the shape with your lip. Like I like to put, I have a big dip here that I don't like. I know a lot of people do like that and like go for filler for that look, like that big V. I hate it on me. So I just kind of go like this and round it out, and it really works, and it makes my lips look bigger, I think. So anyways, let's just do that for now, and let's go back to the eyes because I want to use this as my eyeliner. And for that, I'm going to use my favorite brush. It's the Morphe M167. It looks like this. It's a dupe for one of the MAC brushes that I forget. So I'm just gonna tap this in that dark brown shade, and I'm gonna look over here to do this because I don't wanna look really like this and do it for you guys. So I'm just gonna do it over here, and hopefully you guys will be able to see. So I pull my, start on the edge. Ooh, look how pigmented that is. And this is also just so good for daytime because it's just so soft, you know? It's not gonna be like a harsh liner look. And I'm just gonna do the other side. And this brush just makes it so easy to do this kind of a look. It's dense enough. I think I mentioned this in my yearly favorites, this brush. And Morphe brushes are amazing. I like really never knew the quality of them. Because we have, I live in New York, but I usually go to the mall in Jersey because it's like right on the border. It's only like 15 minutes from here. It's Garden State, and they have a Morphe store. And I went in there, and that's when I discovered their brushes. So that's that eyeliner. Now, I like that a lot. I think that looks really nice, but I'm just going to blend a bit more with this. And I'm going to take maybe, you know what, actually, yeah. I'm going to take that dark brown shade and just kind of blend that in. Up a little bit so it's not, so yeah, you could keep it like that and do some like black liner on top, which I might do, but I'm doing a day look, so I'm just gonna blend it out and deepen that inner V with it. Wow, this palette is so pretty. Okay, now I'm going to take my, sorry, my hair is crazy, my Marc Jacobs gel liner in the shade Blacquer, and I'm gonna just do my, I have almond shaped eyes, but they're kind of rounded, and I like to make them look more almond. So what that does, which I do, is I always, no matter what, I always underline my inner rim because it makes them look like that, like less wide, more like almond. So you'll see. Can you see the difference? It kind of just like brings them. And I have big eyes, so if you have small eyes, I know a lot of people with small eyes don't like doing that, but that's like makes such a difference for me when I wear that. So that is that. And now we'll go on to brows. And I will be using my Benefit Precisely Brow. And I just want to see my brows fall. Look at that. You see? Like when I brush them up, there's... So anyways, I mentioned this in another video, but I am getting my brows microbladed very shortly, very soon. In like February, I think. I forget when I made the appointment. I have to look. But it's soon, and I'm going to come on here and do a update for you guys when I get them done. And I'm thinking the lady I'm going to, she has an Instagram, obviously, and she always posts her work, and she's like really, she looks amazing. She has really good reviews and stuff, so I'm excited. It took me a while to find somebody who I trusted and was close to me, like in distance. So I'm happy I found her. She does combo brows, which is like, it's the powder effect and it's the powder. Oh my gosh, this piece of hair is driving me nuts. It's the powder effect and it's the microblading. So it looks like this more. So then like the strokes, which I like my brows to look more filled in than to using this side, than to necessarily have those stroke marks. But that's just me, and it's probably because I have very dark hair. So the darkness works. So I don't ever use this to go here because I find it to be too harsh, which is also, oh, here's my cat. Which is also why I want to, no, of course, knock everything down. By the way, I will say, like when I'm back here, this is more true to the color, and then when I'm up here, it's kind of getting washed out for the foundation and stuff, but I am really pale right now. Then for the front of my brows, I use my Tarte Busy Gal Brow because I find that, you'll see, it just fills it in perfectly in the front without making it too harsh. It still gives it that feathery look, but you see it still fills in. Like you can compare it to that. The sun just went in again, so it's a little dark right now. Sorry about that. Hopefully eventually I can get a better camera and lighting. It's just we're saving up for my, our wedding right now, and everything's just, so you could see how like I think that looks very nice and natural, which is what I'm going for these days. And this is an excellent product. I don't hear many people talk about it. You can only get it at Ulta the last time I checked, but it's really, really good. And sometimes when I'm just doing a complete, really natural looking look, I will just use that for my entire brow, and it really is very good. So what do we want to do now? Let's do our contour, which I'm going to be using this again. And I use a Real Techniques, I use a Real Techniques contour brush, and I just put it in, tap it off. And I just do right above where I have, like this is where my cheekbone is, like the hollow is, and I do above there, just a tiny bit right here. Because if I bring it all the way down, I have such a small face that it just looks really weird. It almost looks like I have a mustache. So I bring it just above because I feel that gives you like a lifted look as opposed to putting it like here. So just do that. And I do a little on the end of my nose, a little here just to give some warmth. And that, yeah, that looks good. So then I do my highlighter because I like to do my highlighter before the blush so it all looks very like meshed into one, if that makes any sense. So today I'm going to be using, I'm just in the mood to use this today, I don't know why, the Marc Jacobs Lush and Labido blush. Looks like that. Just like a pretty pink blush. And I'm going to I use a lot of e.l.f. brushes. I really like them. e.l.f. blush brush. I like this because I like them because they're small. Like this is a small, and I have a small cheek area. So, and this has a little bit of a shimmer to it, which I love. And again, I put this really high up. Like I almost put it like to my eye, like under my eye. And I find that just gives you like this really pretty like baby doll look or something. I don't know. So I wish it wasn't getting so washed out. There you go. You kind of see that better. And then I kind of just go like that to find my apples. And let's just add that Becca, that little peachy blush, because it really gives a pop. And I feel like I'm being washed out on this camera, so yeah, that's a little better. So I just used that little, this one. And I think that looks really pretty. Oh my god, I just did my blush before my highlighter. I just noticed that. It's okay, we'll live. So normally when I'm not like talking and not paying attention, I would do my highlighter first, but that's okay. So my favorite highlighter ever, I recently discovered it, is Becca Rose Quartz. And I especially love it for when I'm doing these pink looks on my cheeks because it almost has this pinky color to it. And it just looks really, it makes the pink blush look even glowier. So I use a MAC 224 and I just do that. I don't know if you could tell. Also in the summer, I definitely, like, I can't use those gold highlighters right now because they won't show up because I'm very pale right now. So I use these like more pinky tones and I just do here. And let's do a little on the brow. That. Hopefully you guys can see this. I feel like it's getting washed out. That's okay though. Okay. So that's done. Okay, now let's go back into the eyes and see what we want to do. So I think I'm going to, just for, even though I really like how this turned out, it's very like day appropriate. Let's try to make it more like glam. So I'm going to take, I want to keep it like a cool tone because this is more warm tone gold and this is more cool tone bronze. So I'm kind of into the cool tones lately. So let's try this one, which is called Coin, I think, spelled with a Q, which is weird. I'm just gonna take my finger. I think that's the best way to do this. I'm just gonna pop it on. Oh my gosh, wow. See, this camera's not picking it up, but this is gorgeous, this palette. I was like debating whether to get it because it's just like another palette, but it's actually beautiful. Wow. And let's just darken up the let's use this dark brown color again and just darken that right there a bit, just for some dramatic effect. Not really, but a bit more dramatic than what's going on right now. Yeah, you can make this. You can make a super smoky eye with this palette, which I love. And it doesn't look overkill, I don't think. Okay. And then let's just go back in with that fluffy brush. Where are you? Here. And I'm going to take that bronzer from the Becca palette and I'm just going to blend that. Ah, it got so dark in here. Oh my gosh. The sun comes. Here it comes. So you could just take any bronzer and do what I just did. So I don't know if you could tell, but it's really pretty. Okay. Let's do mascara and then we'll do lips and we are done. So for mascara, I'm going to use my favorite Benefit Bad Gal Bang. I love this, like so much. With my Surratt eyelash curler. I'm going to look over here to do this because I don't want to. So this Surratt was actually in my, a lot of these products were in my 2018 favorites. And I love this Surratt because it literally, It is made for almond-shaped eyes. It's so good. It's expensive, but I don't know if you could tell. I don't know if you could just see the difference of just doing that. And usually I'll like go back in and do it again, but this is just a daytime look. It's not anything, you know, crazy. So, and this mascara with that lash curler is just like the best ever. Can you guys see this? And the thing I love about this mascara, you can just keep building it and building it up, and it just never clumps. So I'm thinking of getting lash extensions for my wedding, just so I don't have to deal with like falsies, because I'm honestly not the best at um, putting falsies on, and so I don't want to be bothered on my wedding day. Like I have pretty long lashes. I don't know if you could see that, but like they're pretty long, but they get lost in pictures. I'm sure that happens to a lot of people. Like in photography, um, I just always look better with. And I usually do just the ends, like the corner of my eye with lashes on. I rarely do my like a full strip. So, yeah. I think this came out really, really pretty. Let's do the lips to complete the look. And the other thing I want to say, I don't powder. Like normally I never powder. I will powder if it's like a very creamy concealer, like for instance, with the Benefit Erase Paste that I use, I do powder a bit just under my eyes. But for this completely set itself and it's not even creasing. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is really nice. I will come back on probably at the end of this month, which is soon, to do like an update on how I liked all this stuff. And maybe I'll do like a favorites and that will be in it. Also, I was thinking to have an idea. I had an idea of doing a new series on my channel that is going to be called New In, and it'll be like all the products that are new that I've bought, like anything, even lifestyle, clothes, perfume, anything, even like stuff for my house maybe that I bought within like that week or that month, and it'll be called like New In, and I'll do like mini reviews on every little thing. So like for instance, like this month I would do like a New In with like this and like the eyeshadow palette, and I'll like update you guys and give you guys a mini review. So let me know if you'd be interested in that series. Okay, I'm gonna use Iconic Nude by Charlotte Tilbury. And so now that I have that shadow going on, you'll see like I actually just do right my lip line and then the shadows underneath this lip liner. And it just looks so good and natural. I mean, not natural, obviously, but like real. It looks real, I think. Let me just kind of blend it out. So you can tell from the beginning of this video to now, let me take my hair down now, like how much bigger my lips look. And I'm growing these bangs out and they're taking forever to grow out. So just bear with me with that. Lipstick. Let's do this one, which I haven't used on camera yet, and it's Urban Decay Native. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this. It's just a really pretty pink color. And I'm just gonna dot it on. It's very pigmented. Probably just put a bit too much. So, like that. And I'm gonna do a gloss. Which one should we do? Let's do this one because I'm just like loving this. It's Buxom Pink Champagne. So pretty. I used to love White Russian. I still do. This is just more not as nude as White Russian. I also have a mirror up there too, which I'm looking at, if you're wondering. I love these Buxom lip glosses. They're just so nice. You could even wear them on their own. They smell good. They're so good. I love them. So, just get the hair a little bit less flat. Okay, so this is the finished look. I mean, I'm like, it's like kind of washing me out. I'm not even this pale in person, I wouldn't say. And you really can't even see the highlighter, which is kind of a bummer. So, so I love everything I tried. Obviously, I'm gonna wear this all day and see how the foundation wears and the concealer. But honestly, this little Natasha Denona palette, I love this. And you can even do darker. You could make this super dark with this. This shade is perfect. They put this in here. A lot of little palettes like this lack a dark matte shade. So I think that was genius of her to include that in here because you can make a very smoky look. And I also love the what do you call it? The diversity of this palette where it's not just a warm palette. Like you have this, very neutral cool tone shade, which I used in the beginning. And then you have your other cool tone shimmer. And then this, you can make a warm tone look with this gold. So this is a very, very good, well thought out palette. And I'm so happy that this is my first Natasha Denona palette that I actually bought. And I feel like I waited and for one to come out that I really loved. And this is it. The pigmentation is absolutely insane. Like my camera doesn't even do it justice. Like in person, it almost looks like my shadow is like wet, which I love, like that glossy shimmer look. And this foundation is beautiful. You don't even need to set it. You really know it sets itself. And it really helped my pores, I feel like. It just looks really good. The concealer, the concealer is a bit heavier than I usually wear. Like I usually just wear like erase paste or like the Becca full coverage one, which is full coverage, but it's creamier. So this is creamy, but it definitely sets down. It doesn't stay creamy like NARS Creamy Radiant, but it's very pretty. I feel like my skin looks very flawless. So I will update you guys. I hope you guys like this look. This was my first tutorial on my channel, so just bear with me and hopefully we will get the lighting better. So yeah, I will see you guys soon in a new video. Bye.